Now to Tonganoxie, where the superintendent, Josh Snodgrass, is holding a press conference. Jason Snodgrass is holding a press conference right now. Let's listen in.
To some Muslim students a few months back, and the post originally said that their headdress was removed from their head. We watched countless hours of video, spoke to dozens and dozens of students. Through that investigation, all that information was never substantiated. Never one time did we find a student, or did those students come to us, that occurred. That was a perception that it occurred, that was posted on Facebook, and then various people believe that to be true. What we did learn were there were 2 comments made to them. They were not threatening in nature, but through that investigation we found there were 2 comments made, and those 2 students, disciplinary action was given.
Can you say real quick what's going on with the 2 students in this situation? What kind of discipline are they facing? I know we already asked you, but I want to tell our audience now because we're live.
According to school policy, we're going through that process with Jackson County Sheriff's Department, and according to school policy, I cannot provide the information in regard to the privacy of those students, but I'll assure you that they are. There is disciplinary action being taken. It is very, very serious.
Are they on school property today?
No.
As far as social media, I know you said that a lot of parents haven't come forward voicing these concerns, but a lot of people are speaking out on social media. How are you reacting to Facebook, Twitter, what's being said online? We
try to respond to any concerns. I think just the blanket statement is that if somebody is concerned, we want to know what those concerns are. There is, every single time there's a concern presented to us, we investigate that concern and have dialogue with parents and try to resolve any issues or problems.
Do you monitor social media to look out for these concerns?
Yes.
Do you find that challenging? Is it hard to find everything? Are you encouraging parents to first come to the school before going online, or are you encouraging the online speaking out first to just get the problem out there?
We always want, we would encourage parents to come to us if there's an issue or concern. Sometimes the social media, some of those things that are posted are inaccurate, and that's what becomes reality, although sometimes it's perception, so we want to certainly have that one-on-one dialogue and conversation and work through those if there are any issues.
How about how you warned parents as far as the email? Are you planning on doing more than just an email in the future, or are you going to look over the protocol that you went through this time to see? We
always review our policies and procedures, and if we have concerns from any parents in regard to the method that we utilize, we always look at that, address that. We did send an email to all folks, to the parents, and made sure that they were aware. Personally, I've not heard any of those concerns, but if there are concerns, we can address and look at the procedures and methods that we use.
As far as the students who protested today, what do you have to say to them? Because obviously they feel like there's a great enough concern to walk out of class and be a part of this.
If there are students who participated in today's demonstration, we want to make sure that they're valued in our school, and that we build rapport with them, continue to build rapport with them, have conversations with them. I encourage them to have dialogue with us to see if there's concerns and what those concerns are. Again, we do a lot of things in our district in regard to inclusion and diversity. And if they have ideas or suggestions that would improve that, we would certainly be happy to talk to them.
Are any of those students in trouble?
No.
Students said that there was a fight on campus this morning already. Are you guys going to increase SRO officers, or how are you going to end up the rest of the year?
I'm unaware of the specific situation you're talking about. Anytime we have an issue or concern, we always address it immediately. Talk to the students, find out what the situation is, how many students were involved, and then we act accordingly based on school policy.
Can I just clarify the term unsubstantiated? To me, that means you just couldn't find proof that what was reported happened, not that it didn't happen at all.
Correct. What I could say is specifically it was reported on Facebook a couple months ago that a headdress was removed from a student. And when we began talking to students, no one that we spoke to, after dozens and dozens and dozens of students, ever saw this happen. They heard it happened, and every time we continued to talk to students, they heard it happen, and so as we continued down the chain, they continue to say that we heard from this student and this student. We've talked to all those students, and we could not verify that that ever happened based on those conversations with all the students. Separately, we also watched several hours of video to see if any of this occurred, and we could not find that.
So was it just one person, an alleged victim?
All right, you've been listening live now to the superintendent of Osage, Fort Osage High School, that district there. He has been talking about parent concerns. Parents are protesting today, a concern that there is racism, claiming there's racism at Fort Osage High School. The superintendent there saying that all claims will be investigated. Now, this started when 2 students from Fort Osage High School were arrested for allegedly posting racist threats online. We're going to continue following this. Ali Hoxie is our reporter there on the scene. We'll have a report coming up later on 41 Action News here on Midday.